Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to talk about how to create the accordion for your Agamograph and how to cut and measure your two paintings. So basically this is all about measuring and cutting the pieces and then reassembling them so that you have an Agamograph. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you'll need is this really long paper. This is twice as long as your paintings because you need to cut up and fit both of your paintings on it. So this will become the folded accordion that you see here. In my classroom, I have these metal rulers. This is what I want you to use for this part of the project. The metal rulers are just a little bit nicer than the wood ones. So, and they're 18 inches instead of 12 inches, so that just makes your life a little bit easier. So the first thing to know about these rulers is that when you look at the numbers here, the number unfortunately does not line up with the actual inch line. So this number 4 right here is on this small little dash. That's not the 4-inch line. This long line next to it is actually the 4-inch line. So as you're using the ruler, just pay attention to the long dash that's next to the number, not the one that it actually lines up with. So that's just kind of annoying about these rulers, but something important to note. And then after you measure, I will double check just to make sure that you got all the right marks. But yeah, just look for the long dashed line. All right, so what we're going to do is start on one side of the paper, and we are going to measure every inch across the top and across the bottom. It is important that you do both. If you only do one and then you draw your lines, you will have to erase the entire thing and start over. So make sure you do both. Okay, let's start with the top. Lay your ruler across the top, make sure that it's straight, and look for those longer dash marks next to the numbers, and then just mark every single inch. There should be 22, but you don't really need to count. All right, now that I've gotten down to 18, the end of the ruler, I need to slide the ruler down to get the rest of the paper. So just line up the dash marks with the marks you've made. And not all of these papers are cut precisely, so this one goes pretty much all the way to the edge, but you might have a little bit of extra on the edge. You'll just cut that off once we've drawn our lines. That is why it's important to start on the same side when you measure the bottom, just in case there is extra space on the other end. That way it doesn't affect your lines. So line up your ruler along the bottom of the paper, get it straight, hold it in place, mark every inch. Okay, I don't know if you can see my marks here, but before you move on, you want to just double check that you got every single line in the correct place. You want to make sure that you got the long dash instead of the short one, that everything lines up. If anything is off, just erase it and fix it at this point. You can have a classmate check it, you can have me double check it, just somebody should double check it and make sure that your measurements are right. Otherwise, you'll end up doing a lot more work. Okay, once you're sure that your measurements are correct, you can take your ruler, line it up with the top dash and the bottom dash. You may need to adjust it. So if you adjust it, just double check both dashes again. Hold it in place really firmly with this hand. So I'm right-handed, so I'm using my left hand to hold it in place, and I'm pressing down pretty hard so that it stays in place. If you are left-handed, flip your paper around and do the same or the opposite on this side. Your lines don't need to be dark for this. It doesn't really matter, but when you go to fold the accordion, if you have really dark lines, you'll just get pencil all over your hands. When you get down to the end, if you do have a little bit of extra paper, don't forget to do that line. It is still important. And then you can just cut off the extra sliver at the end. All right, so now we have all of the 1-inch sections measured out. Don't need to start folding it right now. We'll save that for a little bit later. So I'm gonna put this to the side. So this is the painting example that I made. I already have it cut into strips. This is one that a student left last year. So at this point, if you would like to outline your lines in Sharpie, as long as you didn't paint this today, like it's completely dry, you can just come see me to get a Sharpie, outline all of the lines that you want to make it pop, then flip it over and let's get it measured out. We're gonna do the same thing for this one. It should be, oh, you know what, last semester they were 12 inches. Yours this semester will be 11 inches. Okay, got my marks along the bottom. Get them along the top. And I've got my marks along the top. Go through and do so double check your measurements and then do the exact same thing we did with the accordion paper. Line up the ruler, hold it firmly in place, and draw a line. We're gonna do that all the way down. If you mess up and you kind of miss the mark, before you move on, redraw that line, and if it's far off, you can erase the original line, but just make sure that you redraw it and you get it exactly on the mark. Okay, I've got this entire thing measured out. You'll need to do that with your second painting as well. So this is my secondary one. Do the same with your primary. And then before you do anything else, make sure that you go through and number each of these strips because you are gonna cut it apart. And if you have all your strips cut apart, they kind of look similar. So it's hard to get them back in order if they get jumbled. So I have marked these ones with 1A, 1B, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, because this was the first painting that I cut up. So do not use Sharpie for this part, but use pencil and just mark everything 1A, 2A, 3A, and so on. For your second painting, you'll mark everything with a B. So 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. And again, you will only have 11. I have 12 because this is from last semester, so it's a bigger paper. Okay, make sure that everything looks good. Check every single dash mark. If the line doesn't hit the dash mark, erase it, fix it. It will make your project look so much better if your measurements are accurate. Then you can borrow a pair of scissors from the front of the room. They're in that blue mug that has the pencils kind of by the hand sanitizer on my table up front. If you don't see any there, just ask me because we probably ran out, so I can go get more. And once you've done this for both papers and you've numbered everything, you are going to very, very carefully cut exactly along those lines. Make sure that you take your time and you really try to stay on the line and cut as straight as possible. When you do that, this will be the result. So you can see I've got my whole image cut into pieces, and then I, of course, have it numbered on the back. Now, let's go back to your accordion paper. We need to actually turn this into an accordion. So once you have all your measuring done, you're pretty much done with the ruler. You can put that away, but we need to make this paper look like that. So if you go to your first section, look at the line here, and I like to fold it on both dash marks like that so that I know I'm on the right track. Then get this part out of the way, lay it on the table, fold this down and make sure that the edges line up straight, refold it exactly where you did before on the dash marks, and then crease it with your hands. Double check that you folded it right on the line. Now the second one is going to fold the opposite way. So we folded this one back, the second one is going to fold forward. So again, crease the edge so you know where to fold. Line it up with the edges, press down. Okay. We have our first accordion. You are just going to keep on doing this. Make sure that you go back and forth, switching each time. Crease those edges, and then every single time double check your line and make sure that you are folding it correctly along the line. Again, the more precise you are with all of this, the better your Agamograph is going to look in the end. Okay. Keep doing this all the way down. Make sure that you cut off any extra that's at the end. And then switch back to this one. You are going to start with one painting. Find, where is it? Find number 1. So this is number 1A right here. And you are going to choose which side that painting goes on. So I'm going to do it on my left side of each of these folds. So I've got some glue sticks. I think that those will work well, but if they don't, you can go for a glue bottle and I'll get those out. So let's try the glue sticks first. And actually this one goes on this end. So put some glue all over the back of this. Make sure you get all the way to the corners, the edges, just get the whole thing. And then very carefully line it up before you press down. So check the top and bottom edge, check this corner. You don't want the accordion paper sticking out, so you want to make sure this is all the way up to the corner. And you can kind of lay it down flat, get it lined up, and then once you have it aligned, you can press down to glue it, like that. Now for the second piece, you are not going to glue it right next to that because that is reserved for your other painting. So you're going to skip one and go to the next fold. So it's going to be, this painting will be on the right side of every fold here. So then you'll flatten this one, put some glue on the back, get it all lined up, and press down. So basically every other all the way down the accordion. Then I don't have this primary one cut up, but once you get this down, you will take your primary and make sure that everything's in order as you're going, but you will fill in on the opposite side with your primary color. And the only thing left to do will be to stabilize your Agamograph. So once you've got it all glued, we will want to stabilize this so that it's not constantly moving and expanding. And I should have some sort of more sturdy piece that can go along the back, and we'll just glue that on. So not as important, but that would be the final step. Okay, you guys, hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be in the classroom to help you. All right, see you guys next time.